Chicago to his name up in lights. Don Miller is live every Thursday night. He's bold, he's real, no filters, no shade. When hits the mic, the truth gets laid. Don's in the building, his swag so tight. Check your feelings, he's exposing all the lies. Every Thursday at 8, his voice takes the stage. The man's got soul like a record with age.
Well, you know, it's a hell of a thing being old, man.
What's that like?
Oh, man, I was trying to think about it the other day. I was like, damn, I remember when I was young and I could do things in a hurry. Now I do things in a worry. Hope I get there. Hope I can get to my seat. Thank you so much, everybody. It's Thursday night, the Don Miller Show. Wow, man. Thursday night, the Don Miller Show. This is a podcast they pushed me into. Again, everybody who has followed me on radio for 20-plus years know that I was the main dude saying, I ain't doing no damn podcast. That's for these young people. And finally, after I got fired, after I got let go, I was like, hey, you know what? Shout out to Phil, the podcast doctor. Yep. They say, you need to go ahead and do a podcast in the interim. See, I have never used the word interim in my damn life, but I guess that means in the meantime, right? Mm-hmm. So in the interim, you should do a podcast, and that way you keep the people, you know, interested in what you're talking about. I say, for real, in the interim? And I was like, okay, I'll do a podcast. So several years ago, Phil, it's been a minute.
Do you remember my old studio, the orange wall?
Yeah, I mean, that shit was weird.
It was. We were in the back of an old pharmacy.
Yeah. Like they still had
in the back room.
They still had some antibiotics on the shelf. But I remember the old studio. Myself, D'Amica Page, Real Rap Kane. We ventured out to do podcasts. Follow Real Rap Kane at all platforms. Real Rap Kane has a wonderful, wonderful broadcast. He's a young guy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's a very aggressive gentleman, but he gave about 20-plus years to this country, serving this country. He's a good guy, and I hope he got me a cigar when I see him later. So shout out to Real Rap Kane.
I got to come join you one day.
Dude, you've been saying that, man. You don't even leave the neighborhood, dude. Come on, man.
Dude, it's
I know it's hard. You got a real life, man. You got a real life. Again, thank you so much. I have been told to subscribe and like. Hey, listening in Pinellas County, Florida. Y'all know Pinellas County. That's over there around there, back up in there. That's right past beautiful Tampa. Pinellas County is actually St. Petersburg, I think. We got listeners in St. Petersburg, Florida. Again, so much to get to today. I had a whole show this is what I do. I get a whole show together, and it never fails, Phil. I get a whole show together. I've been doing this a long time. Before any of these dudes with these microphones was doing this, Phil, I was doing this. Me, myself, and Holly Holloman. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Holly Holloman, Roosevelt, man. Miss you so much, bro. Rest in peace. And have a whole show in my mind. Send it to Phil. This week, I sent it to Phil Monday.
You did.
Because Phil be whining it like, you got to send it. What are we doing?
I do.
Okay.
Hey, you should be glad someone is as dedicated to your show.
Okay. I know you are. I know. You, and shout out to Amber Cuccia at Amber Cuccia Design. She is becoming quickly the producer of the Don Miller Show. Well, she is the producer of the Don Miller Show.
Heck yeah.
She right up in there, around there, over there, a little white lady with a bunch of kids. So that's totally inappropriate, but it's a fact. I really have a lot to get to today. And as you know, if you're just tuning into the show, guys, we've been doing this a long time. There was a time before I got mad at myself when I had over 100,000 followers on every platform. Then I got mad one day, and I was driving home, and I canceled everything.
You did what?
You remember that, Phil. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And somebody told me, why would you do that?
I remember YouTube deleted all your videos at one time.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And again, they also told me I can't make no money, Phil.
We'll show them.
Mm-hmm. So again, thank you so much, everybody. Got to get to a few things. One of the things I posted, out of the gate we posted that we wanted to, Greenville, Tennessee, Fast Freddy 831. Thank you so much, my friend. I wanted to talk about the internet because quickly, when I had over 100,000 followers on all platforms, me and D'Amico have been together for many years. We were with people like Alex Jones, absolutely Shannon Burke,
Shannon.
Ed Teal. Shout out to Shannon Burke. I love Shannon Burke's you know what? Shannon Burke is one of the greatest who ever do this. And when he supported me and D'Amico over at Big A10, it was just a blessing. And then we ended up at Florida Man. Thank you so much, Shannon Burke. I was just on his show today. He's got a huge audience, one of the best shows on radio all over the country, the Shannon Burke Show. He was big in Atlanta for years. He killed that market. Big in Dallas. He's a wonderful, wonderful talk guy, and he's a friend of mine. I definitely can tell you I call him a friend. And shout out to Easy, man. Eric, who has helped me when I first got back in radio, in the big market radio. Eric was on loan to me and D'Amico from Shannon Burke. So, again, thank you so much, you guys. You've really made this something that I enjoy.
You know, Shannon Burke was one of the reasons why I wanted to get into radio here in Florida, him and SBK.
Yeah, so brother Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to touch on a couple of things. I've been watching how many of these young people that are in social media with these platforms, and they're crashing and burning, right? And I used to tell D'Amico a lot, you know, I don't want to be famous, right? And I just never wanted to be famous because when I was watching the guys who were famous, I always had better stuff than them. You know what I mean? Because I already had a real job, right? A real career, right? And so I was watching the famous guys, and I already had better stuff. So I'm like, and without the attention, right? I went to the same places every night. You know, I engaged with the same people without having to look over my shoulder. And so I was like, I never wanted to be famous, right? But then I was sitting with some young people some years ago, and they were like, hey, we want to follow you, Mr. Don. And they went on my social media, and they were like, oh, my God. And I was like, oh, did I post something I shouldn't have posted?
Uh-oh.
And they were like, you have 150,000 followers. And I'm saying to myself,
that's a lot.
Okay. And then I realized that was celebrity status, Phil, to young people. And this was years ago. And I thought to myself, what is – and then I realized as these people, these influencers, and I don't call them influencers, okay? Because many of these people I consider detrimentalists. And you got people out here on TikTok and many of these other platforms that are giving advice in areas that they are not even educated in. There was this young white girl that had people drinking apple cider vinegar with ice cubes in it, right?
Ew, what?
And she got arrested, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Her name was Belle Gibson, Gibson, and they did a whole Netflix special on this chick. But she was giving people health tips, and she was just an influencer, somebody with followers. And then I started to notice that if you have followers, there was a family, Micah and James, I think the Stoffers, who ended up in trouble for giving advice. They were a fake-ass, little loving white couple, okay?
They should have stuck to their TV dinners.
The problem is, if you have a following, it's amazing how you can lure people in, man. And I'm concerned that I want to see, I'm watching all this legislative dialogue from Congress and the Senate. I want to see the Congress or the Senate get involved. Thank you, Katie. I want to see the Congress or the Senate get involved in some legislation because I was stepping, I'm telling you, this is amazing. Phil, this is amazing.
Okay.
I was talking to a buddy of mine the other night. We're smoking a cigar, and he was saying that a few weeks ago, maybe last month, these kids at like 1 o'clock in the morning boomed and kicked on his door. And he said he was sitting on the couch and his gun was right by him. And he almost went to the door and started shooting. And then I found out it's a TikTok gimmick.
What?
They got a whole TikTok kicking people door thing, right?
Are you serious?
TikTok, no. Then I went down the rabbit hole, of course, and I realized there have been kids killed already.
Not surprised.
And my problem with this is, at what point have we all this nonsense about how much we love our kids and we want to save our kids. At what point do we come in and deal with this aspect? Okay? When you kick at my door in the middle of the night, you're going to probably end up in a casket. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing how, the media have covered the several deaths that have come from it, but nobody's saying we need to put a stop to this, right? If you look at the ridiculous assness that have come out of TikTok, I saw some TikTok, what they call them, viral, where one kid was hanging upside down off the porch, right?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, as soon as he busts his ass and his skull, his mama going to be in front of the Eyewitness News. He was a good student.
He ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing wrong. He was just a regular kid. But he had his buddy hang him upside down from the 5th floor. And my concern is, and I'm going to spend one serious moment on this before I turn the corner. I just need to get this off my chest, right? It was kind of clickbait to get y'all ass to come on here today. We just lost 3 young people in Central Florida in the last 2 days. A 16-year-old and 2 15-year-olds to suicide in the same county. And I am telling you, when the smoke clears and an investigation is done, I can assure you it's probably going to be something involving the internet. So I'm just really concerned that how being viral and being famous in the social media space is just a crisis to me. It's a real crisis because, think about it, you go from 0 to 100 with a lack of preparation, right? And everybody wants to be famous. I got a call from a guy a few months ago, I talked about it here on the show, a guy whose daughter was sending naked pictures to what she thought was a guy she met on the internet, which in reality it was somebody overseas, right? And some grown-ass Nigerian probably. You know, them Nigerians will get your ass on the scam.
Uh-huh.
And now they're threatening, you got to send me this amount of money or we're going to expose the pictures, right? I just want us to pay more attention to our kids on social media. I shout out the state of Florida, who allegedly tried to create some kind of situation where you got to have some kind of parental guidelines. But I'm telling you, we are watching suicides at an alarming rate with young people on social media. I want us to put that at the front of our conversation. I want our legislators, when I get off the air tonight, I'm going to text Congressman Maxwell Frost in Florida in hopes that he will, when the smoke clears, because, people are running around screaming and hollering about nonsense when our children are dying due through cyber bullying, and these cyber situations. I just want people to be really, really careful and watch what your children is doing. And I want to just say this because we didn't have the internet when I was growing up. And if we had the internet, I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean, Phil?
Yeah.
We were poor. But I'm watching how many young people are getting involved in this internet cyberbullying. And I just think we need to really pay attention that 3 young people passed away in the last few days in one county. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but I can tell you the presence of cyberbullying and all over the country is a problem. So please protect your children if you really give a damn, and make sure you know what they're doing, especially on social media. Again, thank you so much, everybody. I got a lot to get to, man. That's had to come off my chest. Shout out to Sparky. Man, Sparky, we love you, bro. Catherine, we love you so much. We got a lot to get to tonight. This is one of those shows where I didn't come on here with a whole show in mind. Sometimes we got a whole last show, me and D'Amica Page. Shout out to D'Amica Page, who didn't want to come to visit me tonight. I'm just glad she came last time. D'Amica Page is an interesting person, Phil.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what do we call her? Jesus what?
Triple Jesus.
Jesus, Jesus all the time. So we want to shout out D'Amica Page out. Shout out Mary Tucker. We appreciate you so much. I got a show I'm working on. Hopefully it'll come to fruition if he don't phase out that I'm executive producing. But he's kind of special sometime. A guy named Mike is doing a show called Closing Time, produced by the Don Miller Radio Network. And it's a bunch of people who work in the service industry and bars telling their stories about dealing with drunk-ass people.
Our guest is here.
Mostly drunk-ass white people. You ever hang out with drunk ass Caucasians?
All the time, man.
Me too, man. I love them.
I love it.
I do too. 'Cause ain't nobody fighting over the bill.
Yeah.
You go out with your drunk black friends, they be like, can we split that 12 ways?
Well, hold on, Don. They will fight over the bill on who's paying it.
Who's paying, right?
Yeah.
You go out with your black friends, not my black friends, not the current ones, but back in the day when I was in Chicago, it'd be like 15. Can we split that 15 ways? And the lady be like, it ain't but $68.
Our guest is here.
Your wife friends be wrestling with you and like, I ain't, hold on, I didn't drink that. Again, thank you so much. Again, follow us on all platforms, The Don Miller Show. We are 25 years in. We are a radio show that just happened to get forced into podcast. Right, Phil?
That's right.
This is the longest standing African-American radio show in Central Florida. And we are the first black radio show with numbers in the panhandle of Florida. That's I-10, up and down I-10. And we want to thank you so much. If you live in the panhandle and you listen to the Don Miller Show during the day on radio, send us a message real quick. Pop up, send us a message. If you learn of the Don Miller Show in the panhandle, that's Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Panama City, and that, we got a lot going on. But again, shout out to us. Send us a message. Pop up on the screen. If you're listening anywhere in the Big Bend area of Florida, which is a giant area, Phil, you listen to the Don Miller Show. And Bonifay, what'd he say? Cannot wait for you to come back. My redneck brothers miss you. We miss you guys, too, in the panhandle. Thank you so much. But again, I will always be this dude from 63rd and King Drive who don't know his daddy. So listen, we got a guest coming on. I'm so excited about this guest. I have never met this guest. Many of my guests feel I already know, but I started following this young lady a while ago, and I was like, I reached out to Amber. I was like, Amber, we got to get this lady on the show. She's very aggressive, kind of like me, Phil.
Okay.
She sounds like she's from the South Side, but you know a lot of people be from Palatine saying they from the South Side. Joining us here on the show, you can follow on all platforms at, we'll let you let her tell you. Phil, you got her at.
Yep, sure do.
Hello, Patrice Stewart. How are you?
I am good this evening. How
Where
are you?
you from?
I'm from Southeast Side.
What's the Southeast Side? What's the Southeast Side?
77 in Essex.
They shoot on your block.
Pew, pew.
They shoot on your block.
77 Essex. Now I don't live up on that block anymore, but that's where I was born and raised.
So you are absolutely from the South Side of Chicago, and I wanted you to join me because I've been following your work, and I got attacked by a white lady. I talked about it on the show a few weeks ago, Phil. I was in a restaurant, and the lady really aggressively ran up to me. And she's like, we don't need Donald Trump to send troops to Chicago. And we don't need, I'm like, whoa. You live in Chicago? She's like, no, I live here. I'm like, she's like, but my family lives in Chicago. I'm like, oh, okay, where your family live? She said, Rolling Meadows. That ain't Chicago.
Exactly.
The hell is you talking about, right?
Exactly.
So what's amazing is she just was very aggressive. She was like, we don't need any help in Chicago from Donald Trump and his troops. And I'm saying, ma'am, you just said your family live in Rolling Meadows. That's nowhere near Chicago, right? And secondly, these are the white liberals. These are the woke whites that are running to microphones that they have never heard a gunshot at 2:30 in the morning. They can walk down the street at 1 a.m. to their neighbor's house to get beer, okay, or borrow a screwdriver or get some sugar. Okay, what the hell are you talking about? I really want to say to the woke whites in Chicago, mind your damn business, right? Don't speak on our behalf. The problem in the black community all over this country, we have allowed white folk, in the words of wonderful Malcolm X, man, we have allowed white liberals to be our spokespeople when they don't even know us. So, Patrice, I watched a video you posted the other day. Phil, 2 weeks ago, I talked about that apartment building in Chicago where ICE raided on South Shore.
Yep.
That's the old neighborhood for me, right?
Okay.
Patrice, that is your neighborhood. So when I watched people say that ICE was arresting black people on the south side of Chicago, Patrice, I saw you go to that building and film yourself at that building. How did you feel about that level of misinformation?
Well, I was highly upset about it. That's part of the reason why I did the video. I I think I didn't even know what was going on really. I don't watch the news too much, so I didn't know, what was going on over the internet, how they was blasting it everywhere. I literally was downtown and saw a video pop up on my feed, and the headline said 98% black people building in Southside Chicago raided by ICE. And my initial thought was like, that building is not 98% black people
Right.
at
Right.
all. Right. So people took that as me saying it's okay for what happened. And that's why I say a lot of people can't comprehend. Right. But what I was stating was, let's not put the narrative that this was a 98% black people building, because it used to be. Let's be clear.
It was 100%.
It was 100% black
Absolutely.
people. Right.
Right.
But until
Sheila Jackson lived in that building when I was dating her. I'm
Okay.
sorry. That was inappropriate.
until the last like four and a half years, that building has had issues. There are
Right.
several 911 calls about that building. Several other people were down at City Hall with myself, along with others that have been at City Hall the last 2.5 years. I stopped going to City Hall in 2024. But yeah, I mean, that's for me. That's
So that building was loaded with illegals, correct?
it was. It was.
Right.
It was
And these are
overwhelming.
and if you look at the South Shore community, for those who don't know, the South Shore community is for years was a higher income African American community. These were people who had good jobs. They have a golf course and a country club in South Shore.
Yep.
When I was a kid living on the low end on 31st Street, the people that we knew lived over there, they had garages. I didn't know what a garage looked like. And no, this is for real, right? Am I right?
No, it's for real.
And so when I saw this video, and a friend of mine, shout out to Glenn, he lives in Vegas. He goes to Chicago a lot. He's a good dude, takes care of his mom in Chicago. He was like, man, they over there messing with black people. And I'm like, there's no way. And then I talked to a couple of other people, retired aldermen, who told me the story that building and many buildings in your community are loaded with Venezuelans and immigrants, illegals, and it's being paid for out of the city coffers. Go ahead.
Yes. That's the fact. Right. That's the whole fact. Is that is 150 unit building. There are 50. It's a C-shaped building. 50 on the left, 50 on the right, 50 in the middle. Right. Maybe even more, because the middle is longer.
I know.
But
Courtyard
I found
building.
a video from a young man named Wayne.Head 25 on TikTok. He was showing that building back in March and April of what it looked like, how it looked, how ran down it was, how the migrants had taken over. He literally went from floor 1 through 4 or 5 and showed 18 different videos of how this apartment building looked.
Right.
So I have property in South Shore, so I'm always in South Shore. My mom still stays in South Shore. So that day, like I said, when I saw that video, I just was walking down the street, downtown, and I made the video to say, Chicago, stop lying. Stop putting that narrative that was an all-black building, right? But because they saw people on the news, I guess it was maybe 2 or 3 people that they interviewed. But let's be clear. Out of 150 units, it was probably 10 to 15 black families still there.
Absolutely.
In that chaos. Because that building really should not be inhabitable. No one should be living there. People
Absolutely.
thought that it was abandoned.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, and when I went over there to go walk over there and to go up to the building that day, when I did the live in front of the building, and I interviewed 3 people, and I interviewed the property manager. The property manager was actually there. He didn't want to be on camera. None of them wanted to be on camera. A lot of people don't want to go against the grain, right? Or go against the city.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it. I've been down arguing in front of Brandon Face and the Alderman Face for the last 2.5 years, right? Speaking up for Chicago. So I just wanted that fact to be put out there that this was no longer a all black building, because it wasn't. It was literally overran by illegals. A Venezuelan gang member shot another. I don't know if he was a gang member, but he shot another Venezuelan. I'm gonna say that, and they say he buried him in concrete. We don't know if he buried him in concrete in that building or somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Dang, they
He
offered him?
shot. That happened.
Yeah, that happened. Yes.
That happened for real. That's a fact. Right? So
But
I'm like,
and this is the only reason ICE is on the south side of Chicago, period, is because, Phil, and I've been saying this from the beginning, Phil, you know this, is because that's where they sent these illegals. They did not send them to the North Shore or to downtown or to the North Side or to Palatine or to Rolling Meadows or to Bolingbrook or to Schaumburg. They sent them right over there with them black people. And I am so happy that the black people on that part of town where I come from have risen up and was like, hell no, because this is wrong. Brandon Johnson is the absolute worst mayor in the history of Chicago. I spent my childhood there. I left there as a grown-ass man, okay? And I'm telling you that this is a brother who does not care about the people who lives in those communities at all, even his neighborhood on the west side. And to you, for people to play this game like ICE is arresting and handcuffing and taking away black citizens, I just had this conversation with my buddy, and I struggle with this dude. I love him so much, though, and that this was a practice run to kick black people out of the country. And I'm like, Negro, where? Where they gonna send us? Back to Mississippi?
Exactly.
Where they gonna send us? Back to Mississippi? Right?
Exactly.
To Arkansas? Okay?
Exactly.
And this is what happens when you have these conversations with the unlearned. And I am telling you, I knew that I lived that neighborhood. The neighborhood I spent a lot of my time in, right across the street from that building, faces the lake. And when I was a kid in high school at Chicago Vocational, and we used to take the Jeffrey bus, and there was a girl that I really liked named Sheila who lived in that building. And I used to go over there on Saturdays, and we would go to the park. You know what the park is?
yeah, Rainbow Beach right across the
Rainbow
street.
Beach Park, right? To hear that neighborhood had gone down to the extent that it has was devastating to me.
Rainbow Beach is, we call Little Venezuela now. They go to that beach and take over that beach.
Wow, that was the Black Beach.
It was.
So how do you feel when you vote for a guy like Brandon Johnson? And I'm hearing this, and I just looked at the numbers recently. He has the lowest approval rating of any mayor in the history of Chicago since they've done approval ratings. Maybe at 6 or 7%, right? How do you feel? Because now I'm seeing many of the black aldermen turn on him because they have to. They have no choice if they want to stay in office. How do you feel when you watch the fact? I got a clip about how much they were spending. I want you to watch this clip, everybody. Phil, you got that clip, how much they were spending per month in Chicago?
Which one is that one?
It's the clip about the $31 million.
31 million with Alderman Bill speaking.
Yes. They were spending $31 million a month on immigrants.
That was back in 2023.
2 years ago.
2 years ago with
31 million a month.
13,000.
Right. Yeah.
13,000 asylum seekers. Let's be clear.
Now, and you call them asylum seekers. I call them illegals because if I snuck my ass into any country, I would not be seeking asylum. I would be illegal. That's how they would see me. Right.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you, I talked to Miss Truss, who's been on this show a few times. How do you spend 31 million, 50 million a month on non-citizens? Tell me, what are your thoughts as a citizen of Chicago? How do you spend that much money and the uproar isn't greater?
The problem is, well, one, I did not vote for Brandon. I was not living in Chicago when he got voted in. I was still registered in the South suburbs. So,
Okay.
But Brandon got in because only 31% of Chicago came out. Let's
Absolutely.
also
I remember that very well.
only 31% of Chicago came out and voted. So that's how he won. So when everybody likes to say, oh, you voted for this, well, most people didn't vote, but you get what you don't vote for, right? So it's the same thing, basically. Two, being down there at City Hall, because I was actively down there all of 23, all of 24. I think we even started a little bit at the end of 22. but definitely down there in 23, because I have several videos and I posted several videos of us protesting at City Hall, of me having town hall meetings, of me asking Chicago to come out, of me sharing what was going on. I have a list of the money that was spent and how the aldermen and the mayors and the mayor and the
But
aldermen
Patrice, 31 million a month can fix the whole problem
correct.
of poverty
Correct.
on the South and West side.
Correct.
So you take 31 million and you give it to illegals, non-citizens. And how is this okay?
It's not. That's what I was wondering. Why is it only 20 of us down here fighting for 3 million people, 2.5 million people in a city?
Really?
It's
Only 20?
less than 20 of us down here fighting.
Because, again, I think oftentimes, and I'm going to say this, Patrice, I grew up and actually worked in the daily administration, one of my first early jobs, right? This would have never happened. This would not have ever happened
At all.
under the daily white people. This would have never happened. This could only happen by a black person. Okay? And if you look across the country, LA and all of these sanctuary cities, the largest sanctuary cities in this country, they figured out a way to put black people at the helm. Go look. Not making it up. You go to Philadelphia, LA, Chicago, all of the large sanctuary cities that's engaged in this horrible behavior toward the Negroes who worked and built these cities. Historically, they have put Negroes in place to take advantage of that, right? And we just got to say enough's enough, man. As soon as black people say it, they call us names, Uncle Tom, anti-black. The reality is this is not okay. You look at L.A., man. It's like L.A. just passed new legislation. The Los Angeles County board just passed. It's like they're giving things away. You know, you look at. I expected in Minnesota, where in Minnesota you got a bunch of whites suffering from white guilt. I get that, right? Minnesota, white guilt, plus you got all the Somalians, plus you got the largest concentrations of black men with white women in America, right? That's for real, right? And I just want to say this, Miss Patrice, you new to the Don Miller Show. Most of my viewers are who, Phil?
White people.
White people, right? Okay, so I do this for real. I'm true to this, not new to this. The fact is, this is not okay. And when you're giving away taxpayer money at the rate that they're doing in your city, this is not okay. But you can only do it with a black person doing the black people. This is a gimp. This is the hook. This is how it looks.
Correct.
There's no way. They would burn Chicago down if a white dude was giving the whole kitty away to the magnitude that Brandon Johnson is doing. They would burn the city down. And I view it as extremely disingenuous by the Negroes. Extremely disingenuous. I spent my whole life having a relationship with many of the Chicago black politicians. Okay? I have no respect for most of them now. Because either they're,
Me either, especially being down there watching how they voted.
It's
I
just
will only speak for one. I will only speak for one alderman who I've always spoke up for, which is Alderman Anthony Beal.
But he different though. But you know, Anthony Beal's different. Okay?
He is, and he's older. He's been in the game a while.
And he cut from it. Okay,
Yeah.
you gotta know his people, right? He's cut from it, right? You know, my concern is that we keep voting for people who don't vote for us.
Right.
Phil, did you get that video?
Yeah, it's glitching though.
Okay, it's what?
It's glitching though.
Okay, all right. But the point is this, right? When I'm watching 31 million, and it's probably 50 million now, 50 a month, right?
It went
Gotta
up.
be.
Yeah, it went up way more than that.
Because when I was in Chicago 2 years ago, and we rode around the town, rode around the city, and I saw 3,000 homeless people in front of the police station on Division. Just outside. And it's cold. And they're just camped out. but they were feeding them and bringing them pizzas, and then they started getting $9,000 a month.
Yep.
Huh? So what's the number now? What's the stipend to illegals who are seeking housing?
So they are paying up to $8,000 to $9,000 per month for their housing. They are furnishing their housing.
Yeah.
They are giving them work permits. They have moved them to the front of the line for work permits. And we have over 180,000 immigrants who have been here more than 20 years that were waiting for a work permit. They were not allowed to apply.
Right.
Only the illegals, asylum seekers, as they like to say,
the new ones,
are allowed.
the new Democrats.
Basically. Yep. Yep.
And I've known a family, Mario and his wife, and 2 years ago I called Mario, good ass dude, and they've been there like 19 years. And Mario's been working 19 years. His wife, Tina, she's been working. The kids have all gone to school, and like 2 of them are in college right now. And they're still in line to get something. But now you got these brand new, nobody knows where they Hondurans, okay, Venezuelans. And these people aren't fleeing. These aren't the good Venezuelans and the good Hondurans. These aren't the people that's going to come to the United States and get a job and make a difference. These are the people they want to get rid of. So the curveball about fleeing for a better life, cut it out. But for us to open up the doors and provide for them what we never provided for the people who built this country and paid into this system, if you vote for anybody who got a D by their name in this environment, then that's a damn shame, and that's 100% on you. So let me ask you a question. So how bad is it on the south side of Chicago, and where have they placed these illegals in terms of the south side? No South Shore. Where else are they?
Inglewood, Woodline, South Shore, South Chicago, heavily in South Shore, South Chicago, heavily. Buildings have been overtaken. This 75th and South Shore is not the first one. I think you mentioned you were from, where did you say, near Halsted?
No, I'm from 35th and King Drive, 35th
and King Drive. Okay, so it was a building off of 63rd and Halsted that was almost taken over, but the young men, I don't like to call them YNs, but the young men over there stopped it. And
Still call them YNs.
That it wasn't.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They made sure that it wasn't. So certain areas, some of the young brothers are stepping up. Unfortunately, South Shore, the brothers are not stepping up.
Because they weren't there, though, but they were never in South Shore. So when you talk about Inglewood and one of the predominantly black communities, lower income communities, of course, I could see that happening in Inglewood, right? But they knew what they were doing. But it's amazing to me when I have the conversation. So many of the schools that they closed a few years ago, when the big conversation was about they're closing 50 schools, 50 or more schools in Chicago, cutting back on schools. Tell me, is it true that they've opened many of these schools up for migrant shelters?
Yes, that is a fact. That's actually how I got down to City Hall. My mom stayed on 63rd in Minerva, and the school right behind her building. She could literally look out her window and see them at the school. And she was complaining to me for months. She was so upset. She was like, I can't open my window. I can't enjoy my fresh air. I can't enjoy the summer. They're out to 4 or 5 in the morning, yelling Chicago, drinking, partying. We called the
police. Not black people though.
Black people. No.
Because that was a quiet neighborhood.
It was very quiet.
Yeah, I remember.
Very quiet. Very quiet. And I was getting mad and frustrated because I'm like, for months she was complaining. And I'm like, this is a senior building. And when she told me that a Venezuelan pulled his pants down in the middle of the day and had a poop right there in front of the senior building. Oh. And then when some seniors, they ended up being disrespectful, and we had some people come out in the street almost having to fight some Venezuelans against the seniors. That's when I knew then. No,
so your mom lived in the senior citizen facility on Minerva?
On Minerva.
Yeah, okay.
I have to move her out.
And so they moved these illegals, criminals, most of them.
A lot of them, yes.
to the building that backs up. What's that next street? What's the street behind that?
That's what I kept. Ma, you remember the street? What's the street?
I know it. It's yes. So that wow. There was a school there. It was elementary school. It was elementary school.
That they closed, correct. And they opened it to house them. And
how is this okay?
How is this okay? Exactly. How is this okay? And the police can't say anything, but basically, I found the order. So there is an order, and I can send it to you. It's a press release that Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker filed for in, I want to say, August of 2023, asking for money from the federal government. And they asked in this letter, basically, that they wanted to help assist and make these people from these 6 to 7 different countries, which is Venezuelan, I think
Hondurans. I know there's a lot of Hondurans.
Nicaragua,
Nicaraguans, yes.
Haiti. It was like 5 to 6 different countries, and they were saying to come and allow them work permits, that there's a job shortage in America, that Americans don't want to work, and that they were coming to put these jobs positions like warehouse, nursing, transportation, like they listed it out in the letter, and it's called the WOI order or something like that. Like I got to pull it up, but it's a whole press release. You can,
but you know what's interesting? What's interesting is that I just wanted to have somebody, because my buddy from Chicago lives in Vegas. He's been in Vegas a long time. He goes back to Chicago a lot. But he wanted to have a conversation with me when I talked to him about, and I'm going to say this because it's Don Miller show, but the Arabs who bought all them buildings up, okay, in South Shore and in Inglewood, okay, them Arabs, okay, the Arabs in them small hats, okay. I don't know if you don't know what a small hat is, figure it out yourself, right? Uh-huh. They bought all those properties up, right? And they were waiting to make money on those properties. And they evicted a lot of people, Patrice, and the rent in many instances went from $1,250 to $4,000 a month for like a 2-2, right? And the city was writing the check. And then the police departments couldn't handle it because it's sanctuary city status, you can't really make arrests. So your friends in the police department, Patrice, how are they handling this? Because I know you got a bunch of them.
I know a couple, but basically, they cannot arrest them. They only get
they can't arrest them
if it's a murder.
Right.
But if they are drunk, if they have
disorderly,
you remember how they used to give us mob action when we stood?
Absolutely. Yes.
They can stand on that's what my mom was saying. They were in the parks 40 deep, and the police would just be like, we can't do nothing.
We can't do nothing.
That doesn't make any sense. And that's what I was saying. Why is Black Chicago okay? Y'all not paying attention?
Remember, we used to, Patrice, it'd be 50 of us at the point, they'd come tell us to go to the house.
Correct.
And this is what everybody's telling me. My friends who live in these areas are like, dude, the way we got handled, like if it's more than 50 people, it's like you got to get a permit.
More than 6. Let's be clear. More than 6. They used to disperse you for mob action. If it was
know.
More than 6
it's really unfortunate. Patrice, thank you so much for joining us. How can they follow you? Because you're dropping nuggets.
Yeah, I'm Patrice L. Stewart on everything. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. But YouTube is my main platform, Patrice L. Stewart.
And Patrice is in the hood. She's doing videos. Stay away from them Venezuelans. Please do me a favor.
The food trucks got to be good, though, right?
Ain't no food trucks on the south side.
Come on, they got to be good.
What are you
talking
about?
Ain't no food trucks on the south side, right.
Ain't no food trucks. The first time I saw a food truck, I was in Florida. I was like, y'all got food trucks?
They got pinchos?
No.
Come on.
Huh? Downtown, you see a food truck. Ain't no food trucks in the hood, Phil. No. Yeah. Well, Patrice, thank you so much. I'm going to tell everybody to follow you. We appreciate you joining us, giving information. Tell your mama I said hi. All right. Thank you so much, Patrice. Phil, let's go to the phone line. You say we got a caller?
We got a caller. Yep, you're on the live. Who's this?
Hey, what's your name? You on the Don Miller Show?
Hold on. Are you there?
Hey, you on the Don Miller Show?
Hey, what?
Hey, who is this?
This is John Griffo.
Hey, damn, what you want?
What do I want? Well, Don, I've been listening.
I used to work for this dude.
Watching your show.
I used to work for this dude, guys. What happened?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. Sorry about that. Well, hey, man, I've been following you, and I hope you've been following us, what we've been doing over at Florida, man. We just moved into the Panama City market.
Uh-huh.
And we kind of extended our signal, and we want to have a conversation with seeing if we could get the Don Miller Show back on the air.
Oh, wow. So,
would you be interested in talking with us?
Absolutely, man. Hey, listen, thank you so much. You guys always treated me right when I was at Florida Man Radio. I was there for a minute, and we did well in that market. We did well in the entire stretch.
Man, in your minute, you did more than well. You left a legacy behind. I see your name mentioned more than anybody I've ever seen.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, I am definitely interested in coming back. I'm going to bring Phil, Amber Cuccia, D'Amica Page, and the Don Miller Show back. So do me a favor, man. I'd love to sit down. Just let me know when you're in town.
I will do. I'll give you a call over the next week.
All right, thank you so much. Man, that's John
Thank
Griffo.
You, John.
He runs Florida Man Radio.
Look at that.
From Mobile all the way past Tallahassee on I-10.
Look at that, man.
Man, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
Won't he do it? Won't he will? Man, listen to me again. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Patrice Stewart. I just, when I talk about certain things, right, I want to have people from there engage in a conversation. And because I talk about a lot of stuff and people look at me with the side eye. Phil,
the text coming in.
Okay, play them all.
For the love of God, thank you, Griffo.
For the love
of God. We got,
yay,
the Lord just answered a prayer. We got hell yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. Start all over from the beginning. Let's read those because I haven't seen them.
I mean, they're coming in,
okay,
but these are response to Griffo just
These are all responses to John Griffo, who runs Florida Man Radio.
Will he, won't he?
Will he, won't he?
Yeah, same exact text from Merlene.
Won't he, won't he?
Okay. We got Catherine. Oh, my gosh, so happy right now.
Hey, wait, y'all, I ain't got the job yet.
He just wants to talk.
He just wanted me to take him to lunch. I hope I don't have to pay.
Yeah, Amber, look a guy, and Catherine, we got Don Miller.
Catherine, I'm not back, okay? Yeah. The guy calls me up on the air.
Yeah.
What did he say? The Lord just answered a prayer. For the love of God. Thank you, Griffo.
Again, we got more coming in.
Listen, for those who don't know the Don Miller Show, Mary Tucker knew they would come to their senses. Thank you so much, Mary. Those letters I wrote to JVC helped. Thank you, Catherine. I was on a place called Florida Man Radio, which was a wonderful, wonderful operation. I'm the first African-American, and I'm not playing the race card, but y'all know me how I do business and I talk real. Love you, Spark. Sparky, give me a call, man. Put the number up so if anybody want to call us. I was the first African-American on a large signal in that region. And Holly and I took the job thanks to Shannon Burke. And the first few months we were doing 1 hour. And it was a good vibe. The fit was amazing. Myself, Holly, and D'Amica Page. And then we went to the mornings, kind of midday-ish, and we did really well. And then we became a 4-hour show from 10 to 2. Business is business. The market went away, but we were not discouraged by it. We lost Holly. He transitioned during the process. But I want to thank all those people in that market who gave me an opportunity.
Oh, Catherine doesn't know.
Huh?
Catherine doesn't know about Holly.
Oh, Catherine didn't know Holly passed away?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh, yeah, we lost Holly. Yes, we lost Holly, Catherine. We lost Holly in the last 6 or 7 months. We miss him a lot, but it is hopefully I'll sit down with the people from the radio station to have a conversation, but to listen to us on a 4-hour stretch or a 3-hour stretch in the morning, Phil, is really good radio. This podcast ain't.
Well, we got a call.
Go ahead. Let's go to the phone lines.
All right. You're live.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, Don?
hey, what's going on, man?
It's Sparky, man.
What's up, Sparky?
Dude, I am so happy.
You happy for what? They didn't give you no job.
Hey, I know you're gonna talk to Griffo. It's gonna be good, bro.
You think they'll hire me?
Hell yeah.
Okay, can you reach
I
out
know
to
they
them?
will.
Can you call them and tell them?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna call Shando here in just about 2 minutes.
He got a job too, so why, you know. Well, thank you so much, Sparky. Appreciate everything, man. Congratulations to you and your family, man. You supported this show when we was on all over the country.
Listen, I can't wait for you to come back. I love you, brother, and just keep doing what you're doing.
But thank you so much, Sparky. Appreciate you. Tell your mama I said hi.
All right, so I downloaded a new sound. So if we hear this, that means we got to call. Okay, that sound cool?
Yeah, I love Sparky. Sparky right there. He right where he need to be right now.
Yo, you got some soldiers, man.
Yeah, I got soldiers, man.
Oh, yeah, Catherine said, yeah, she didn't know.
Oh, yeah, no, Catherine, when we lost Holly Holloman, man. Holly was one of the funniest dudes I've ever known. He was on the air with me for almost 25 years.
Now, Don, I'm not going to say I'm officially a liberal, but I am more left leaning.
You don't know what you leaning right now.
I lean when I walk.
The more money you make,
because I'm an amputee, so
the more money you got. What?
I said I lean when I walk.
Okay, right, yeah, right, yeah. You a political amputee. Okay? That's what your problem is.
No, I'm really missing part of my foot, man.
Dude, you missing a toe.
No,
what?
More than that.
What half of your foot?
Well, like 28%.
Oh, you need to use some of these compression socks I've been trying to push.
We need a Don Miller compression sock brand.
I wear mine because my feet go to sleep before I do. Okay.
There's a video I wanted to show you. You know Nancy Pelosi, right? Mm-hmm. Can I show you that video?
Okay. No, I want to talk about this real quick. Right?
Okay.
D'Amica Page just said, go to YouTube. Something's happening on YouTube. I don't know what it is. So, Phil, you could go to YouTube, or Amber, if you can go to YouTube, or
like our YouTube.
Quetta Jean Johnson. I don't know. D'Amica just said something's going on. D'Amica Page, give us a call if you feel right. So I wanted to hit this before I got out of here. So we watched Mitch McConnell have a stroke at least twice on national TV, right? And my concern while we watch this, Mitch McConnell, Dianne Feinstein died a couple of hours after she made her last vote, but she didn't really make the last vote. The staffer made the last vote, just put her finger on the button and pressed. When we watch the fact that many of these politicians we've had more than 55, 60 maybe, die in office in the last 60 years, right?
Jeez.
When we watch the fact that many of these people should not be there, I have a real question. And I'm going to ask you this question, Phil.
Okay.
If your wife was worth $14 billion, okay, let's say 7 because they got to split the money.
Okay.
Would you go to work at 82, 84?
Hell no.
Play the Mitch McConnell clip and I'll tell you what I mean.
Go here. Excuse me, Senator? My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
First of all, stop it right there. Mitch McConnell don't know where the hell he was. And
That's
Mitch
sad.
McConnell is married to Elaine Chao, whose daddy was James Chao. And they had this big-ass shipping company called the Foremost Group. And they're billionaires. This guy is married to a billionaire. He's been a senator since 83.
Oh, wow.
Why is he still there? We've watched him have a couple of strokes, or TAI, or whatever they call them, right?
Yeah.
Why is he still there? Why are we still voting for these people? And why is there not an age limit? I've been talking about the gerontocracy in America for a long time, and people think I'm an ageist, whatever the hell that is. We are living in a gerontocracy. Tea time need counseling, man. Let me just say this, right? This guy is not there. He gets up and he waves like, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Sir, it's time to go. You're really rich. Your wife is worth billions.
You got nothing left to prove.
It's the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't feel bad for Mitch McConnell or Feinstein or Pelosi or any of the Maxine Waters. What are y'all doing? Man, I wish I could retire tomorrow. I'll be sitting on the porch in my drawers.
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Smoking a nice-ass Atabay or a Byron cigar and drinking, I don't care what I'm drinking.
With your compression socks.
With my Don Miller gold toe compression socks.
There we go.
Right?
Yeah.
Squeezing my feet like 3 midgets. Okay? I'm just saying, what is this about? This grown man just fell on the floor. Listen to this. Make sense of this, Phil. I just saw 5 old people, senators and congressmen. All of them was old. There's always a black person carrying them down the street. Now go pull Mitch back up. I'm going to show you what I mean, because y'all think I'm making this up. What in the Django is this? Look at it. He got a brother. Like, come on, Mr. Sir. Come on, Master. Come on, right here, Master. Oh, Master, watch your steps, sir. Oh, sir. Sir, wait a minute. It's a crack in the floor. Oh, that ain't funny. This is a shame, okay? Now, Nancy Pelosi the other day. Did you see that, Phil?
Nope.
You got the Nancy Pelosi picture?
I do.
Listen to this, right? Nancy Pelosi, she can't walk without being held up.
Here we go.
Huh?
Congresswoman Pelosi, are you at all concerned that the new January 6th committee will find you liable for that day? Are you at all concerned about the new January 6th committee finding you liable for that day?
Look at her. She got over.
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Come on. I got you, man.
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Come on, man. I got you, man.
People want to know. We still have questions.
You got her, the Django. Come on, man. Right over here. What is that about? Am I insensitive? Or is my compassion fatigue showing? If you are wealthy enough to go to the house, go to the house. Katie says she's drunk. Mm-hmm. But if if you're wealthy enough to go to the house, go to the house. She got a nice ass velvet suit on that probably costs a few $1,000s. She got a black guy helping her to the car. And I'm not knocking the brother for helping her to the car because I take that job. The point I make is this. We are living in a gerontocracy. And at what point do we hit the brakes on the gerontocracy? These people, they don't even know where they are, some of them. Mitch McConnell, that ain't okay to me. Then they said the little liberal-ass girl out there, she done confused him about the illegal immigrants. He trying to hold a black man's hand and understand what she said, and oops, he slips up and he falls. And you know how hard it hit when you fall at this age? I fell last Wednesday.
No, you did not.
Yeah, actually, I did. Dang. Man, I just wanted to lay down there for about 2 minutes.
Where your life alert at?
But there were too many people looking, so I hopped up quick as hell.
You were in public?
Okay? Yeah, I was by my car, man. I slipped my foot, twisted my other foot. It was just not a good look, right?
Oh.
But again, we got to stand against the gerontocracy. All that insider trading brought her to that position. I totally agree with you, Katie. A lot of people are getting rich. And I just want you guys to know that at the end of the day, there's some things we can address. There's some real things we can address, and we have to address them, man. I just want you guys to know. Did anybody send you something from a YouTube clip? Somebody saying there's some on YouTube, like a bunch of people feel.
Nobody sent me anything.
All right, okay. I don't know, man. We got Amber's supposed to monitor that. But of course, Amber ain't doing that.
Wait, what? They sent a comment to YouTube?
Someone, I don't know, but everybody's like, I see what they just did on YouTube, but Amber's supposed to be handling that.
Oh.
But Amber, she drawing little stick men and playing with the babies. You got all them damn kids. But thank you so much, everybody. Follow us on all platforms. Again, thanks, Patrice, for joining us. You can
Great
follow
guest.
her.
Great guest.
She was a really good guest, right? You can follow Patrice L. Stewart, on all platforms. This was a different kind of show tonight. Normally, we're more into it, but I needed a break. I'm going through a lot today. I want y'all to keep me in y'all prayers today. I'm going through a lot. There's a lot of things happening. Today was quite tumultuous. I'm just excited. Thank you so much, Katie, and all our friends in the Panhandle. Hopefully, if I get this job with Florida Man, I'm going to come up and do a big barbecue in the Panhandle. And if you know a business in the Panhandle that want to pay for the barbecue, I do. Organic Meats.
Hey.
Shout out to Jonathan Morris at Organic Meats. I'm coming up to the Panhandle. If I get this job, I'm going to come up to the Panhandle in an RV. I'm going to bring all of the team, D'Amica Page. We're going to bring Phil. We're going to bring Lil White Amber. We're going to come with Jonathan Morris from Organic Meats. He going to kill a cow, and we're going to put the cow in the trunk of the RV, and we're going to drive up to the Panhandle with the cow in the trunk of the RV, and Jonathan going to be driving, so the state troopers won't pull us over. Okay, if a black man driving an RV with a cow in the trunk, that's possibly a felony on I-10. So we're going to come up to the Panhandle, and we're going to go and visit some of our friends in the Panhandle over at Leaf and Lager, the cigar bar that was the Cigar of the Week, Don Miller Cigar of the Week, okay? We're going to go to a bunch of the places that sponsored the Don Miller Show. But, yeah, I want y'all all to hit Jonathan up and ask, can we get a whole cow? Hey, Carol, say, Jonathan, we're going to get a whole cow. Yes, Erlene, you absolutely can come. We're going to get a whole cow. When I sign this contract with Florida Man, laying it out, we're going to go a few minutes, Phil. Work with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a whole cow. Jonathan Morris. Can we call Jonathan Morris and see if we can get him to call in?
Just text me his phone number.
Okay, I'm going to text you right now.
And I'll call him.
Okay, yeah, because, he a farmer. He will tell you he out there in the field. He ain't in no damn field. But, yeah, Jonathan Morris from Organic Meats. He has a great show. As a matter of fact, his show is on Florida Man Radio, right?
So he's a butcher?
He's a farmer. He's a butcher. And Jonathan Morris has one of my favorite butcher shops, Organic Meats. Phil, did you get it?
I am calling him.
Yeah, call him now and see if we can get him on the phone. But, yeah, he'll call me up. Hey, I'm killing a cow. The other day he killed a deer, and he made some venison steaks. But we're going to ride up there. I'm getting ready to get everybody involved. Okay?
Hello.
Hey, it's just Jonathan Morris. You're on the Don Miller Show live.
Hey, what's up, Don Miller? How you doing, my man?
I was just telling the audience, man, many of these people listen to you and watch your show. I was just saying when I just got a call from Griffo over at Florida Man Radio, the old place that fired me. And they tell me they're interested. He said they interested in hiring me on a DEI contract. I said,
they want to bring you back on the DL?
No, DEI. DEI. Okay, didn't earn it.
Oh,
in my case, did earn it. Okay. I was saying if I sign a deal with Florida Man Radio, we're going to shout out the owner, John, and we want to say, listen, the Don Miller Show going to get an RV, courtesy of one of these RV companies that I'm gonna say their name. They're gonna have to do it. And can we put a whole ass cow after you kill it in the RV and drive up there and do a giant barbecue, or do we have to?
Yes, of course.
How long can a cow stay in the trunk?
Man, listen, we professionals. I drive up to Fort Walton all the time. We'll put it in the cooler and keep it nice and cold. And we'll cook it when we get there. Okay, so you told me last week you killed a cow. Did you sell that whole cow? I killed 3 cows. I sold 2.5. I got a half a cow hanging.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to come over there, Quetta Jean Johnson from the Johnson family of ridiculous behavior said she wanted some I can't remember what piece of the cow she wanted, but I'm gonna come over there. And do you still got any oxtails?
Yes, we actually do oxtail Thursdays now.
Oh.
So we cook them. Mama be putting her foot off in them. We cook them the right way. And first come, first serve. When they're gone, they're gone. So every Thursday you come get oxtails cooked. If you want them over rice with some greens, you can have them. You just eat the oxtails.
Okay, so let me just say this, right? Because I was watching the prices of oxtails, man. Why have oxtails gone up so much, man?
Because white people eat it now.
Because white people eat them the same reason heart, liver, and kidneys have gone up. Because Dr. Phil or Oprah or somebody talked about them on TV, and all these white ladies be buying them now.
So I remember you told me a white lady came into the butcher shop asking about oxtails, and you were surprised when it first happened.
Yeah, I was surprised because she came in and she didn't know what she was asking for, and then I figured out she wanted to tell. So I told her, I was like, "You looking for the oxtail?" She was whispering. She was embarrassed. And then she said, "Well, when they buy them, how many do they normally buy?" I was like, "Well, when who buys them?" She's like, "Well, you know, the normal people." I was like, "You mean black people?" And she said, No, just, you know, the people that normally buy them. I was like, "Yeah, you talking about black people?" I was like, because she asked for a half a pound. I was like, "What are you going to do with a half a pound?"
That's one oxtail.
Yeah, that's a couple bites.
Right.
I
right.
said, normally people buy 3, 4, 5. I said, when I make them at my house, we make 10 at a time.
Right.
She's like, "Oh, I don't know if I could, what I should do. I'm just thinking a little pot of them." And I was like, "Well, I'll say whatever you want." So she ended up buying 2 pounds, and I don't know how it worked out for her. She didn't look like she knew how to cook them.
Hey, they're asking your location.
Hey, so the location, tell them where the location is. They're asking right now, Jonathan.
We're at 101 North Country Club Road in Lake Mary, Florida, Suite 127, underneath the big meat sign.
But listen, though, you can order organic meats. They have a meat box. Or tell them where they can find that and order delivered to their house.
So with a M, it's a play on words because we're more than organic. Organicmeats.com. We have several boxes you can choose from. We'll ship them to you. And then if you're in the Fort Walton, Georgia area, we deliver every 6 weeks. I'll be back up there the second week in November. So you can call the store 407-402-5686. And I'll drive you whatever you want when I come up north on my deliveries. But if you're local, you know, we ship anywhere in the country. So organicmeats.com or call the shop 407-402-5686.
And let me tell you, so one day I went over there. He was having a barbecue festival for me, Real Rap Kane. I think Holly Holloman was there. And he killed a cow. And there it is, organicmeats.com. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you ever had a piece of meat when the cow just died, Phil.
No.
Man, I went in the back and they was chopping the cow up, right? And I'm telling you right now, it's not the same meat you buy at your local grocery store. Me and Holly, we ate a whole, what did we eat that day?
Well, you and Holly, and rest in peace, Holly, because he was chewing on the bone. I cut y'all up a tomahawk.
Yeah.
And we had no utensils. We cut it off the bone and just ate it off the plate, and we watched Holly gnaw on that bone for half an hour.
We had no vegetables. We ate an entire tomahawk. Nice. And again, he makes his own hot dogs. You name it, he has it over there.
We gotta go, man. We gotta go there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the venison steaks are amazing. You name it, he has it. It's all fresh, and they have the most beautiful vegetables you'll ever want to see. So if you're in Central Florida, Organic Meats, go to organicmeats.com if you want to get shipped. I just randomly called you because Griffo called, and it sounded like he was offering me a job. And I just said, if I take the job, we're going to do a tour in the Panhandle. So I want to get Jonathan a whole ass cow, because I drive by your farm all the time. You got them little bitty ass cows. I don't want them little cows. I want you to get a big ass whole ass cow. What's the name of that meat that you cook, that you cut off the stomach of the cow? Carne something.
Carne asada?
Oh, the carne asada, yeah.
Yeah,
that hangs on the inside.
Yeah,
that hangs on the inside. It's a twitch muscle. It's carne asada is a dish, but it's the inside and outside skirt steaks.
Oh, it's a skirt steak. Phil, he cut a piece of the carne, whatever the hell he called it, and it was, man, that was so good, man. And then he got these whole ass chickens that run around. Amber said, "Do y'all accept EBT?"
Not right now. We're working on it. They don't let us. We don't sell enough of different products to qualify, but we're working on it.
Okay, PJ Brown said you got the best hot dogs ever. I totally agree. Okay.
I want this.
Yeah, and just so you know, Quetta Jean Johnson wants a chuck roast. You called me and told me you were coming to get it.
Okay.
I cut it, and you never showed up.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Don't be mad at me.
Why you ain't going to be embarrassing me, man? Why you always... This is my problem with white people, man. Country-ass whites. See? The problem is country-ass whites.
Hey, ever since I met you, I'm blacker than you are. So stop all that white stuff.
I thought this dude was black.
Man, that's Jonathan, man. Jonathan is a Caucasian from the island of Caucasus, but he also worked with some black people on the plantation. For real? He grew up on the plantation. What plantation did you grow up on, Jonathan?
I grew up on a sugarcane farm called Runyon Village down in Pahokee, Florida.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan, thank you so much. He's a real farmer. Tell your lovely wife I said hi. Tell my nieces and nephews I said, hey, Jonathan got 8 kids. They're all amazing.
Oh, he black.
But he got 8 kids by the same woman.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I got no child support, no alimony, dog. I'm straight up.
Hey, Jonathan, thank you so much, man. Organic Meats, beautiful Lake Mary, Florida, organicmeats.com. Thank you, Jonathan. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Get that piece of, cut that, pack it up and put it in a box, keep it in the refrigerator. I'm going to get Phil some hot dogs. Phil likes hot dogs.
Yep.
So we're going to get some hot dogs for Phil, and we're probably going to invite some people. Matter of fact, let's do it right damn now.
We should do something.
Let's play. Listen, Saturday I'm running the smoker all day.
Okay, Saturday,
I'm running the smoker all day.
Meet me at Organic Meats Saturday.
Amber, cut this.
Okay, cut this, Amber. Cut this. We're going to put it out there. Saturday, meet me at Organic Meats. If you are in Central Florida, Lake Mary, Florida, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Organic Meats. We're going to put some tomahawks on the grill, hot dogs, some sausage. If you got some venison already ready to go, if you ain't never had venison, you're going to have some venison. He got live chickens, and he puts the whole ass chicken on the grill. He's got a giant-ass, old-ass white man grill. Used to be a garbage can, but God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. So Don Miller live at, listen to this, at Organic Meats this Saturday, 2 p.m. I'm going to get Real Rap Kane to come out. I'm going to get Dave Washington, if he can make it, to come out, and some of the other people you've heard on this show. 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Amber, cut this right now. We're putting it up tonight. The Don Miller Show live. D'Amica Page, Miss Mary Tucker, and many of the people you've heard. Griffo, if you're in the area, bring your ass. Shannon Burke, shout out to my man Shannon Burke. We'll reach out to Shannon. 2 p.m. this Saturday, Organic Meats. I'm giving away $100 worth of groceries in a lottery. We're going to pick a ticket. So if you get there early, are you going to end up putting your name in the hat? Somebody's going to win $100 worth of groceries, courtesy of the Don Miller Show at Organic Meats this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Good?
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you. If you put up 100, I'll put up 50 to match it. So whoever wins gets 100 from you and 50 from me.
Okay, Organic Meats, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the Don Miller Show live this Saturday. Phil, you coming, right?
I'm going to try.
All right, Phil. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks, Jonathan, man. Hey, tell your wife I said hi.
Yes,
love you. Listen, guys, we got to get out of here. We over time, but again, thank you so much. Again, thanks Patrice L. Stewart in Chicago for joining us on the Don Miller Show. We don't always have these random-ass broadcasts, but guess what? It's the Don Miller Show. If you don't like it, go watch something else. Again, thank you so much for all of our friends in the Panhandle. Shout out to Mike from Germany who just texted me and said, I love this show, man. Thank you so much to Kim, who is in South Africa right now, and she's listening, and to Monroe, who is currently in Japan. Thank you so much, everybody. The Don Miller Show, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you there.
He's turning wrongs to right. Every Thursday at 8, his voice takes the stage. The man's got soul like a record